Hi everyone, my name is Adarryll Gaston, and today I'm going to talk about the Film Mechanics marketing plan. The Film Mechanic is a business that basically teaches screenwriting, and in the process of teaching screenwriting, we also write screenplays for other people. So who are these people that I'm talking about, right? We look at these people as a group of individuals who are between the ages of 28 and 44. They are primarily urban, and they are an educated group of individuals. They are earners. They're blue collar and white collar workers, and in the processes of their job, outside of their job, is where they may write. And these individuals may make between $32,000 and $60,000 a year, and they are screenwriters. They consider themselves screenwriters. They consider themselves ambitious screenwriters, amateur screenwriters, professional screenwriters, but nonetheless, they consider themselves screenwriters. And this population of individuals is probably more than likely would live in Atlanta, Georgia, since that's where we primarily serve. Although we do serve outside of Atlanta and other counties in Georgia, but primarily screenwriters in Atlanta, Georgia. Another thing that we probably would consider, these individuals will probably be tech savvy. Now, tech savvy in the sense that there's a lot of different programs in terms of how to write screenplays. You will have to use either Final Draft or Celtics or Writer's Duet. So you will have to be a little tech savvy in order to understand the actual program and the actual way in order to write the screenplay. In terms of how we do things, I want to call this particular part of it, I want to say the Film Mechanics also not only teaches instruction, we also do what is called community focus. And what I mean by community focus is a lot of times we bring writers together and we go to the movies. We have online, and we go to the movies online where we may do an online movie. We do in-person meetings outside of the classroom. We do networking events. We do film festival viewings together. We do, at times we may do other events such as bowling and things like that to build a community of screenwriters to support each other in this endeavor. Screenwriting is a very hard business. It's hard to make it in the industry, but it also is a very rewarding business to make it in this industry. So we offer what is called screenwriting services as well. Screenwriting services that we do is we are hired by production companies or individual producers to write screenplays for others. This is a component of the Film Mechanics that is stipulated on being able to make connections, but it's not always as fluid as the classes are. So, with that being said, what do we have that most people do not have? We have what is called experience. Experience is by way of Adarryll Gaston, who is the owner of the Film Mechanic, has been writing films since 2000. So for almost the last 25 years, Adarryll Gaston has been writing screenplays as well as being able to graduate from Full Sail University with a master's degree in creative writing. He's also produced a screenwriting workbook that he teaches his class from. And what is so intriguing about that is that Adarryll has had the opportunity to see what his competition looks like. So his competition outside of Georgia in the macro world is Michael Haig, John Truby, Sid Fields, Jill Chamberlain, Linda Seeger, Dan Harmon. It's so many different individuals who teach screenwriting in the US, but in the Atlanta area, you have Bridge 17, you have Alliance Theater, you have the Art Institute, you have Atlanta Film Society. So there are different variations of screenwriting programs inside of Atlanta besides the film mechanic. Now, in terms of that being a competition, we work with screenwriters, and our strengths are not only just the education and the experience, but we also have, like I said, the workbook. Those strengths help us to combat what other programs don't have. Our weaknesses is finances. We don't have the necessary finances in order to operate in a very large capacity in terms of traveling, in terms of establishing class programming for classes in person. We don't have the manpower in order to sell our books, as well as to create programming, as well as teaching the classes. That would be great if Adarryll could hire other people to teach the class. And another weakness is our effective marketing. We don't have a strong notion of what marketing is. And as we are learning more about it, we're starting to see the glimmers and a glimpse of how marketing affects the bottom line. Our opportunities are we are community focused, and we are truly business engaged. We are a business engagement company, meaning that we partner with other companies like Fulton County Arts and Culture, the Atlanta Fulton County Library System. We partner with smaller production companies. We partner with other organizations that teach art, as well as may teach job skills, because screenwriting is a job skill. And in the process of teaching that, I teach, along with my education and experience, I teach a program called The Business of Screenwriting, how to successfully build a career in the screenwriting field. Our threats are our competitors, who may have more experience with studios, but not have a lot of experience in the urban market. That's outside of the Hollywood system. So my competitive analysis is that most of my competition lack what is called social media marketing. I'm not great at social media marketing, but it is one of my strong points, because it is through social media marketing that I get a lot of referrals. And the referral system is in place because so many people who have attended my classes, attended my online classes, my in-person classes, who have attended my community and community focused outings, they have referred me to other people through social media. I've noticed that my competitors outside of Atlanta, Georgia and inside of Atlanta, Georgia does not have a huge social media marketing in terms of how they reach their customers. They all have websites that employ email marketing as an essential tool to gaining customers, but they are still limited in their creative marketing strategies. So what is the film mechanics objective? The film mechanics objective is to become more visible by adding a Friday night YouTube and movie night that will bring forth community engagement. So our strategies for this Friday night session, which is a huge part of the film mechanics, the weekend, the Friday night sessions. Our strategy is to develop a YouTube page and add a Zoom account for Friday night sessions. Open a Facebook page for blogs, vlogs, articles, podcasts, and lives to increase the visibility of the film mechanics, and share, reshare, and post information related to the screenwriting and film industry. One of the things, the reason why these are our strategy is attainable by way in which we're trying to keep it simple, as because of the way that the film mechanics is, and the industry that the film mechanics is a part of is a very niche industry. Even though entertainment is a huge industry, entertainment wise, like in terms of screenwriting, like everything starts from the screenplay. Every movie, every commercial, every documentary, every radio jingle, commercial. So everything that you see primarily starts from the screenplay. But in what we're doing is we want to be able to share as much information as we possibly can. Because again, making it as a filmmaker is a lonely job, and sometimes can be put in a position where you are not getting enough information. You do not have the right structure. So therefore, what we would like to do, and all of the information is out there, not only talk about the creative aspect of it, but we also want to talk about the business aspect of it. And in the process of this, developing a YouTube page, bringing people in, adding a Zoom account. So therefore, we want to do some lives with organizations who may not go through YouTube. Then we can connect through Zoom, and that way have more people and things like that. So our tactics is to build a YouTube page, build digital flyers, gather potential guests, create a form on Google Forms for attendees. Then we'll go live about 8 p.m. on Friday. We'll post movie trailers, articles, and anecdotes. Watch the analytics for engagements. Repost and share with follow requests. Research content to post, and accept new customer requests. Now, the thing about our tactics is our tactics are all about growth. One of the things of it is to write a screenplay, it can take anywhere from 3 months to 30 years. The average person that writes screenplays or write short films or write commercials or write documentaries or treatments or however have you, a lot of times what tends to happen is the process may take a little bit longer than anticipated. When leaning into it, a writer may tell themselves, if they're writing a novel or writing a nonfiction biography, or they're writing an autobiographical sketch of their lives, a lot of times you may go in saying, I'm going to finish this in a month or 3 months. And what will happen is typically life happens. So therefore it pushes you to have to deal with life as you're trying to write. So our goal is because we understand the process of writing a screenplay or writing a book or writing a treatment or writing something, our job is to continue to bring in as many customers as we possibly can. And so actions, right? So Deri, Tyton is the point person for all things to happen. Although the Film Mechanics is a limited liability corporation, that has a freemium model where we teach classes in the public libraries, and sometimes we teach classes with other organizations for a grant or for free. And then we convert those customers over into buying books and things like that. But in creating the projects and the goals, we want to do this on a monthly, quarterly, and yearly system. One of the things about being able to create these things is that we need other individuals to help us. And in order for our objective and our strategies and our action and our tactics to work, we need other people to bring these to the hilt to help us. So outsourcing a graphic designer from Fiverr, an editor from Facebook, and a virtual assistant from Fiverr can help us with some of the in-house work that needs to be done. Those actions are really a part of being able to have the virtual assistant to post, repost, share information in the digital editor to work on some of the clips that may be on the YouTube or the podcast or any other visual medium that we're able to exhibit what we're doing, and as well as being able to market products and services and have those ongoing and running. And as a screenwriting company, our job is to grow the market, but to grow the market in a way in which we are able to sustain ourselves and sell our services and products from that. And what typically can happen is whenever you look at the section where it says control, so after developing and building the YouTube and the Facebook through subscribers and members, we want to be able to convert those customers. Converting those customers, like I said, sometimes it takes a writer a long time to write a project. It's not like they're eating a hamburger, they're done, and that hamburger is down the street. They can call DoorDash to order another hamburger. This is a different type of programming that needs a little bit more care when it comes to those individuals who work in the entertainment industry who wants to be screenwriters. So what we can do in order to convert them is to sign them up to a Patreon or a teachable community. So that way they will be able to get premium interviews with our guests that may not be on the YouTube page. They can get invited, or they pay for lives with writers who work in the industry on some of the hit movies or hit shows that have shown, and they're able to give some of their information that may not be in an article that wasn't posted. They may be able to get interactive sessions. In these sessions, they may be able to talk one-on-one to another writer who may be a union writer, or talk to a union rep at the WGA and things like that. So being able to have these premium interactive sessions can also be a good tool for the film mechanic in terms of someone wanting to pay $20 a month or $10 a month for a service where they haven't even completed their screenplay, but they still want the motivation to stay in the process of completing their screenplay. And in that premium service, they can also get worksheets from the Film Mechanic Workbook, and they can get other resources that may be able to help them to push them to the finish line. And once they have completed their screenplay, getting it done through getting a copyright for it, and possibly having it registered with the Writers Guild of America. And having those resources at your disposal when talking about the business of screenwriting, or sometimes having contracts where someone may want to have a contract. We have the film mechanics have contracts already available at their disposal, so they don't have to look for one. They don't necessarily have to reach out to a lawyer for one, although we do truly encourage every individual to always have legal representation, to look over contracts and things like that. So those are some of the things that we look for in terms of being able to push to convert customers that we bring in through the YouTube and the Facebook and the Zoom and the community engagement, as well as the business partnering. We look to convert these individuals in terms of conversion, being able to have them to sign up to Patreon and Teachable. So that is I would like to say thank you for listening to the Film Mechanic with Deri Tyton, our marketing plan. And we hope you look forward to hearing about us soon.